Have you ever imagined what will happen if you try to open a door which has been locked for decades or even centuries? What would you expect to find other than dirt? What's behind a mysterious door which hasn't been opened for centuries? This thing may sound something taken from a cliche horror story, but after all, real thing inspires stories, and here are 5 mysterious doors around the world which are still locked. Number 5. Sphinx Hall of Records, Egypt. Egypt's Great Pyramids are so fascinating and they seem mysterious too. But it's really not that mysterious if you consider the fact that, after all, it's a place where dead kings and queens were kept, sealed in a coffin. But the Sphinx, on the other hand, has something which might be interesting. Under the left foot of the Sphinx is a chamber that is thought to be the Hall of Records. It is said to be a place which houses the lost story of civilization. Some say it is tied to Atlantis. The chamber is thought to have 2 entrances, but both are blocked by the modern construction by the Egyptian government. So it is safe to say that what's behind that door is something which only the government knows and wants to hide it from the general public. Number 4. The Hidden Chamber of Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is a great tourist hotspot, and its tourists are not only from India but from all over the world. This palace was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal, who died in giving birth to their 14th child. It took 22 years to build this palace. Although this place attracts 8 million tourists per year, there are places which the tourists never see. Below the areas where tourists often visit, there is an entire story with entrances sealed behind marble arcs. It is believed that there are 1089 rooms in this hidden level. There is another floor hiding approximately 22 rooms hidden behind Hindu paintwork. Even on the open first floor, there are numerous mysterious locked doors that no one is able to unseal. There are several theories regarding what is behind the locked doors of Taj Mahal. The popular belief is that these areas were built hastily and do not boast the same grandeur as the rest of the monument. Maybe they didn't want the world to see the not so magnificent portion of the monument. However, not everyone believes this to be the truth. According to one theory, the sealed areas of the Taj Mahal are actually hiding the body of Mumtaz Mahal. The theory says that Mumtaz Mahal was very dear to Shah Jahan and he wanted to keep her close to himself even in her death. So he mummified her and kept it there. He was hiding this fact because it would have been a violation of the Islamic commandments. But after all, this is a theory. Some people also say that her spirit haunts the room. That's why it is sealed. No one knows the truth. Number 3. The Underground Necropolis, China. How would you feel if one day you start digging and find an ancient cemetery? Well, it's not possible even if it is there, because you can't dig 1,000 feet by yourself. In 1974, 5 brothers digging a well in China made one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in history. The brothers found terracotta fragments that led to the discovery of a massive underground necropolis, the mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang, the first Qin emperor. The necropolis was massive, and excavating just a small portion took years. One of the first and most famous discoveries was a group of over 7,000 terracotta statues of warriors and horses erected to protect the emperor's tomb. The brother who was responsible for the initial discovery and excavation of the necropolis later came to regret his find. All 5 brothers began to suffer immensely, and their family started facing hardships, misfortune, and 4 of them died penniless while one of them hanged himself. Many people believe it was the curse on the tomb of the emperor that caused this. The actual tomb containing the remains of Qin Shi Huang is yet to be opened. The necropolis surrounding it is massive, so it will take decades. Many believe that the tomb should remain sealed because if just discovering the necropolis brought bad luck on the brothers, what horrors could be waiting for the people who would open the tomb? Number 2. Banff Springs Hotel Room, Alberta, Canada. If you are looking for mysteries, ancient temples and monuments are not the only place where you can find it. Even simple hotel rooms can sometimes be enough to terrify you with their horrors. The Banff Springs Hotel in Alberta, Canada is a mysterious place because on the 8th floor of this hotel, you may notice that room 873 is mysteriously absent. Where the door to this room should be, you'll find only a large expanse of empty wall. Although the room 873 seems to have vanished, its door still exists behind the sealed up section of wall. If you knock on this section of wall, you can clearly hear that it is hollow from inside. The legend that surrounds the room is that many years ago, a married couple checked into this room. Everything was normal until they checked into the room 873. Something happened at night that drove the husband mad. He killed his wife and his daughter and then took his own life. After a few months, the hotel renovated the room and started giving the room on rent again. However, the guests would regularly be awoken by blood curdling screams and would find bloody handprints on the wall. Some were thrown from their bed or found the handprints on their body. After hearing so many complaints, the hotel decided to seal the room forever. Number 1. The door of Padmanabhaswamy Temple, India. The Padmanabhaswamy temple is believed to have been built in the 6th century as a temple to the Hindu god Vishnu. It is filled with precious treasures and since 1729 had been managed by the Travancore royal family. However, in 2011 their control was stripped away when they were accused of mismanaging the temple's treasures. A committee took over the temple and found 6 sealed vaults. The vaults were not easy to open. They were sealed by iron doors with no locks, hatches, hinges, or any other indication of openings. 5 of the doors were opened. They had hidden treasures, but one chamber still remains sealed, Chamber B. It seems that Chamber B is the toughest of all. This door just won't give up. Of course, using explosives can be the solution, but that would cause the whole temple to collapse. Chamber B is absent from all records of the temple's treasure, and there are many legends that have sprung up about it. Some believe that the chamber is somehow linked to the ocean floor, and opening it will cause a massive flood of biblical proportions. Others claim that the Travancore royal family sealed the door with a spell cast by religious officials from numerous religions, and that only a high priest can open it without bringing about disaster. There has been numerous attempts made by the committee to open the Chamber B. Many people involved in these attempts have fallen ill. Sundar Rajan, who was largely responsible for removing the Travancore family from their stewardship of the temple, died not long after Chamber B was discovered. Many people believe that behind that chamber is a portal to another world, while others believe that behind that door lies some of the deadliest weapons like Brahmastra and all the forbidden knowledge of mankind. Some people think that it is best for everyone that the door remains locked.